What is a data lakehouse? A data lakehouse is a way in which you can centralize all of the data points that you need to build an AI-powered predictive model. Having a data lakehouse is really critical because without it, it's harder to do machine learning. A data lakehouse is a secure, centralized repository that's able to consume data and leverage data for reporting purposes. Many universities and colleges use data warehouses, but they're sometimes spread out in disparate areas. And so bringing all those together in a specific data lakehouse architecture is critical in order to build predictive models, in order to build actual artificial intelligence inside of their machine learning models. In order to do artificial intelligence right, a data lakehouse has to be part of the architecture. It used to be higher ed institutes really only had a student information system and maybe a learning management system. And all the data around grades and doing online courses and faculty using LMSs and SISs to basically do all of the logistical things that you need to do as a faculty member is one thing. But now we have the ability to watch unstructured data streams. So being able to watch engagement, being able to watch mouse movements, being able to watch pupil movements in regards to applications, being able to use mobile more in a intelligent way. All of these can help build predictive models. And artificial intelligence is the future. And so being able to do things in a centralized way is key to building a better model. Having a centralized store of data is really necessary in order for artificial intelligence and predictive modeling to be done correctly. I often get asked, is it better to have a data warehouse or a data lakehouse in the cloud or on-prem? Many higher ed institutes have on-prem hardware, and some might think, well, it makes more sense. But the bottom line is, it is far more cost efficient to do compute, networking, and storage in the cloud than it is on-prem. Cycling out servers and hardware on campus is insecure, it's costly, and unfortunately doesn't have all of the latest bleeding edge technology that so many cloud offerings are available. When it comes to storage and compute and networking, cloud makes a whole lot of sense. Fortunately, Resultant is technology agnostic, so we will work with on-prem or in cloud offerings. And we can also teach you how to use cloud in the most effective way possible. One of the most difficult things for a university to undergo in digital transformation is moving from on-prem hardware to cloud-based hardware, because you're moving from a capital expenditure model to an operating expenditure model. And this is where a CFO sometimes has to get involved alongside a CIO inside of a higher ed institute, because that's where a lot of decisions need to be made in regards to budgeting. How do we budget how do we budget in a predictable way for higher ed to move away from capital expenditures into a cloud model? A healthy enterprise architecture is three things. It's people, it's process, and it's technology. So often people and process get neglected for the sake of technology. But this is important when we're starting to think about using artificial intelligence inside of higher ed institutes. You're really going to need cloud-based storage, cloud-based compute to do artificial intelligence correctly, and to take advantage of the latest and greatest in regards to what's offered. Using artificial intelligence within higher ed institutes is the future. And in order to do that in the most optimal way, and the most cost-efficient way, and the most secure way, using cloud-based data lakehouses is key. Bringing all of your data together. And where is your data today? It's in student information systems, it's in learning management systems, it's in all sorts of third-party applications. If you're in the advancement department, it's in a specific alumni tracking system and donor tracking system. If you're in the financial aid office, it's locked up, of course, in possible federal and institutional aid applications. If you're in recruiting and admissions, it's probably an enrollment management software. So all of this data is stored all over campus. Using a data lakehouse brings it all central in a secure way. And then predictive models can be built on top of that. And that's the future of using artificial intelligence in higher ed.